Hello, and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope well today, hope feeling grand and all is well in your world. Hello, everybody. Today's Zid People of the Tube is cryptically titled, what is it called? The JF DS2 DC Experiment, which stands for the John Frusciante Boss DS2 Dirty Clean Experiment. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you guessed that already. Anyway, the idea of this video is... It actually came after the boss pedal shootout I did, I think it was last month now. When I was playing around with those boss pedals, and I found like obviously the Super Overdrive sounded amazing, but then the DS2 Wah went "Meow!" and kicked off a good one at it. So, and I was just thinking, hang on. I've never actually tried to get John Frusciante's Dirty Clean tone out of a DS2. Ever. It's the one pedal I've never tried. It's kind of almost like it was hiding in plain sight. I mean, it might not work. I don't know, people. We're going to find out today. But I'm curious if it does. So what we're going to do today, PeopleTube, is we're going to play around with this thing first. I'm going to turn on the room mics and stuff so I can talk while tweaking. And then, once I've kind of got it, like, you know, if I can get it pseudo close, we'll do a bit of a shootout between my other John Frusciante pedals, which is the Golden Plexi Mark 1 and the Jackhammer. Because the problem is, like I mentioned in the Boss pedal, the reason I was looking at Boss pedals to replace what I have, just in case, is because they don't make these anymore. You know, you got the Mark 2 Golden Plexi, which I don't think sounds as good, so trying to find the Mark 1s is quite hard. And the Jackhammers, and they're not ridiculously hard to find, but they're not easy to find either. Don't make these anymore, Marshall don't. So it's kind of like, you know, I want to find something that's going to stay in production forever, and the DS2 has been in production forever and will continue that way. It better do. Boss, are you hearing me? Yeah, there'll be hell to pay if you discontinue this. So, without further ado, let me get Mr. White on, and let's see what we can do. Now, actually, before I do that, straight off the bat, I know for a fact Mode 2 won't work. We will want to be using Mode 1. Mode 2, with that mid-range boost that John Frusciante uses for guitar solos, it gives you that kind of like really violin-y warm tone. When you turn the gain down, and turn everything down, obviously, on the DS2, which is what I'll be doing, it does sound like a cocked wah. It's like a really... I'll tell you what I'll do, actually. I'll show you what I mean when I get the guitar on. So, without further ado, PeopleTube, let's go. Yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, PeopleTube, so here we go with the Boss DS2 Dirty Clean Experiment. So, let me show you what I mean immediately by that cocked wah thing. So, if I turn the level up to... I don't know. I'll turn the level up to 3 o'clock. I'll leave the tone all the way down because I have a feeling that's where it's going to want to be. And now if I turn the gain up a bit, it's going to have to be more than that. You can see what I mean? It's a great sound. It's a really cool sound. But in all fairness, people, I have toyed many a time with that being my main distortion sound over the Marshall Governor. The reason for that being is because it's a really different distortion. And it plays well with its brother, so this is another DS2 on the top. It works nicely with the Ibanez Wah. So they're all a happy family. But like I say, once you start turning the gain down on the Mode 2, it's just a bit too honky. It's money for nothing. You know, it's got that. So I reckon we need to be going back to Mode 1. You hear that? I'm just going to turn my amp up a bit and rejig the levels because my amp's really quiet. No way. I mean, is that Unity? Where's... Too much gain, but... I actually don't have words at this point in time. People could just... I don't have words. I mean, I can't go any darker. Okay, so at this point in time, I've got the level at 4 o'clock, tone is all the way off, and I've got the distortion at 9 o'clock, and we're on mode 1. Very interesting. That was a bit fast. A bit too fast to my liking. What is happening? Anyway, back on track. Let's get back on track. I'm confused. I'm very confused. That was... I didn't expect it to be that fast. I was expecting to have to really, really tweak. I'm confused. Anyway, let's do the Ibanez Wah and the DS2, the other DS2 test. So, well, let's see if there's a volume jump on the Ibanez Wah first. So, no. Absolutely no volume jump. Tad ridiculous. Okay, DS2. Let's try the other DS2. No volume jump. Mind your ears, this is what it's like without the other DS2 in.
gain up slightly to 10 o'clock. Anyway, it works. Well, it works right now. I haven't heard it on just the SM57, which is what we're going to do now, BuildTube. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a bit of a shootout between the DS2, the Golden Plexi Mark 1, and the Marshall Jackhammer, and see. Like I say, I'm going to go away and listen to it after this, and just see which one kind of gets close. And I think what I'll do is, I'll do it as like a free kind of sound thing. So basically what you'll hear first off is the DS2 on its dirty clean setting. It's on at this point in time, and I'll reiterate that in a sec what it's on. Dirty clean on the DS2, dirty clean on the Golden Plexi, and dirty clean on the Jackhammer. And then we'll try another test where it'll be DS2 and Ibanez Wah, Golden Plexi and Ibanez Wah, Jackhammer and Ibanez Wah, and then the third test will be DS2 and DS2, Golden Plexi and DS2, and Jackhammer and DS2. So basically we get the whole gamut of kind of John tones, you know. So we've got, you know, the main one, so to say. I'm a bit blown away. So let's do that now. So let's do the test with the tube. And again, let me know your comments and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm a bit stunned at this point in time. I don't really have words, but yeah, let's do some testing.
Wow.
Okay, people tube. So I've just finished listening to the examples, and in my opinion, personally, still the pedal out of these three pedals, the one that gets closest to John's actual tone, for me, still is the jackhammer. But I still prefer the golden plexi. But it's a little bit harsh. It's not quite as rounded as these two. That might go away if you turn down the gain a bit more, but unfortunately, there's a bit of a drop off of the gain there. It doesn't give you the punch as much. But I still think the DS2, if I had to go to a gig and I just had this pedal to replace one of these two, and I had to do a gig without them two because of whatever horrible reason befell me, and I had to use the DS2 as my dirty clean tone, I wouldn't be upset. I really wouldn't. I'd be quite happy with it. It's a little bit more harsh than I would want, but not much. You know what I mean? It wouldn't bother me to the point I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be that at all. Still, to me, the jackhammer is the closest to John's actual kind of dirty clean. But again, for me, the out-and-out winner, again, because I did this shootout a while back between the jackhammer and the golden plexi, the out-and-out winner for me is the golden plexi. It just, there's something in that pedal that makes me go, I love that sound. I just love that pedal the way it is. So, I'm just going to, before I waffle on a bit more, I'm just going to tell you about the settings I had on each pedal, just so you know how I had them set. So let's start with the DS2. So the DS2 I had set with a level. The level was at 4 o'clock. Tone was all the way down, so it turned all the way off. And I had the distortion at 9 o'clock. And I had it set on mode 1. Mode 2 is just, again, like I showed you in the earlier in the video, it just sounds a bit too muddy for nothing, kind of cocked wah thing. So that's how I had the DS2 set for the examples you heard. Still can't believe how quick it was to dial that in. That's just ridiculous, but that's what good pedals do. They take no time to get your sound. It's ace. So, as long as you know what sound you want, that's the video. That's another video for another day. So, the jackhammer. Moving on to the jackhammer now. So, I had it, the mode, I had it on the OD mode. So, overdrive mode. There's two modes on the jackhammer, distortion and OD. Distortion obviously gives you more distortion. But I think the OD sounds way more, it just sounds better for the John thing. If you go for distortion sounds better. But anyway, I digress. So I had it on the OD mode. I had the gain I had the gain at 10 o'clock. I've got the volume of the pedal at 3 o'clock because they're dual concentric dials. Treble and bass dials are both on 0, so they're turned all the way down. And then I forget. Yeah, so the frequency dial, which is the top one on the far right, because you've got frequency and contour. The frequency dial I've got turned all the way up, so that's all the way up. The top little one is turned all the way up. And the contour dial, which is the lower one on dual concentric, I've got at 12 o'clock. So that's where I've got that one set. I'll just reiterate that because there's quite a lot to cover on the jackhammer. So it's on the OD mode, gain is set at 10 o'clock, volume is set at 3 o'clock, treble and bass are turned all the way down to 0, frequency is turned all the way up, and contour is at 12 o'clock. That's where it was. So that's where that always is. That's my setting for the jackhammer. So going on to the Golden Plexi now. So the Golden Plexi, I tone all the way down. Volume is at 12 o'clock, and I have the gain level at 8 o'clock. It's kind of like a sweet spot. That's hence why I've got the. That was white at one point, people tube. That was white tack at one point, but it's black and gross now. But that's where I've got the Golden Plexi set. Like I say, for me, as much as I love the DS2, for me it went Golden Plexi, jackhammer, DS2. That was my order. What's your order, people tube? Which one did you prefer? Did you prefer the DS2? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I say, if I had to use the DS2 for dirty clean, I wouldn't be. The only thing I'd be a bit more like is like, I just wish I could turn the tone dial down a smidge more. But not, yeah, but again, I wouldn't be left kind of like going, no. Like I would be with some other pedals that I've used in the past where I've wanted to get this dirty clean tone and it's just left me wanting. This would not leave me wanting. It works well with my other pedals. It works a treat actually with my other pedals. It's insane. Especially with DS2 and the Ibanez Wah. Controls them. And it sounds great. It really does sound great. To be honest with you, it's a contender as far as I'm concerned. It's still, I reckon it still gives you that kind of John Frusciante dirty clean. It's not exact. It never is going to be, for reasons we obviously know. But I think it does a good approximation, personally. Not as good as the jackhammer, which to me is still the pedal for that John Frusciante clean tone. If you want the, as close as you can, the jackhammer is still that thing for me. But like I say, people of you, this little golden box of joy here is still my favourite pedal out of all these three. This is the one. Like I say, if I had to replace this for whatever horrific reason befell me, either of these two would make me very happy. I really wanted, when I did the Boss pedal shootout a while back, a couple of weeks back or whatever it was, I really wanted the Super Overdrive to work, and it did. It's just the Ibanez Wah went, no, and kicked its toys out the pram. So, annoyingly couldn't use that one because, again, I like the I need the Ibanez Wah right now for the new Red Giant songs. And so I can't get rid of it. And my Vox Wah pedal, bless it, died. After all these years, it's finally given up the ghost. So, I love that thing. Well, I say died. It still works. It's just got no sweep. The pot's knackered in it. So basically it goes, what? And that's all it does. It doesn't do it. It doesn't do expression anymore. It sounds more like a crybaby. It's just terrible. Because I don't like crybabies. Anyway. But it's hung on the wall over there in its little boot bag in retirement. And it's a well-deserved retirement on that Vox pedal. I'll tell you, people tube. It's just used that one so much. Anyway, it's the turn of the Ibanez Wah now. And again, like I said, I need it for the new Red Giant stuff. A lot of the songs, wah wah parts, are actually written around the Ibanez Wah because I need the bass wah function, and I also need the actual guitar wah function for certain things. It has a certain voice that I need for the new Red Giant stuff, so hence why that's there now. But like I say, all three of these control volume jumps from the Ibanez Wah and the DS2. I'm going to have to do it one day, people too, have a pedal board of just DS2s for distortion. So I'll have one set up like this for Dirty Clean, one set up for like a distortion sound, and one set up in the John Frusciante way, which is basically everything on full whack with the in mode 2. If I was to run the DS2 for this distortion, I would have it on mode 1 with the tone all the way down and the distortion all the way up. Basically how it is now, basically, just with the distortion turn all the way up. And like I say, I've toyed with that. And I personally believe, people do, this is one of the best pedals ever made. And people ask me all the time, are yours made in Japan or made in Taiwan? Mine are all made in Taiwan. I have 3 of them. They're all the Taiwanese ones. They're not. I don't have a Japanese DS2. I have tried one. Didn't really hear much of a difference, but that's me. You know, I'm sure there's people out there who can hear a difference. I couldn't. I think it's because these just sound great, and if a pedal sounds great, I don't care. You know what I mean? It comes down to what it sounds. It's the same as a guitar. If a guitar feels great to play and sounds great and inspires me to play it, I don't care what name is on the headstock. It's the same with amps as well. If it's inspiring and does what I want it to do and sounds the way I want it to sound, I don't care what it is. You know, it just makes me happy regardless. So, PeopleTube, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Which one was your favourite out of the, you know, in what order would you put the 3? Like I say, for me, it's Golden Plexi Jackhammer DS2. These are kings, as far as I'm concerned. These pedals are kings. I absolutely love them to bits. There is one pedal I really want to get to try the John Frusciante thing with, and that's the Electro Harmonix glove pedal. And I will get one when I can afford to get one. At this point in time, money is not something I have, and that pedal is not something I can afford. So in the future, I will get the glove pedal and we'll see if it does the John Frusciante thing. And I've wanted to review that pedal for a while anyway, so it'll be kind of a good excuse to get it. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching, PeopleTube. If you like the videos I do here, like the channel, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Links to that down in the description box below. It's what keeps this channel alive, keeps this channel going. As well as links to other social media stuff and links to my band as well that are in the comment section below as well. We have a YouTube channel. If you don't know, go and check it out. Please like and subscribe on there as well. I don't like saying that on this channel. Feels weird, but for that one, I have to say it. But anyway, there's a person with a gun. Anyway, sorry, I didn't. I've got to go, PeopleTube. Goodbye now.